Have you ever wondered what record Kobe Bryant holds that no one will ever touch? Not because they can't, but because they aren't allowed to? In 1997, at just 18 years old, Kobe became the youngest slam dunk contest winner in NBA history.
Because I was young and I was coming into the league and I felt like I had to do that in order to prove that I wasn't intimidated by these other players.
And thanks to today's league rules, no one can even qualify at that age anymore. Since 2006, players must be at least 1 year removed from high school, making Kobe's record completely unbreakable. But how did a teenager outperform seasoned NBA vets on national TV? What fueled that unstoppable drive? Let's break down the night that launched a legend. Hit that subscribe button and find out why this record is not just rare, it is untouchable. Kobe's big debut at 18. Let's rewind to February 8th, 1997. An 18-year-old Kobe Bryant stepped into the NBA spotlight during All-Star Weekend, not just to watch, but to compete. At just 18 years and 169 days, he was the youngest player ever to participate and win the NBA Slam Dunk Contest. This wasn't just a cool footnote, it was history in motion. That same day, Kobe scored 31 points in the rookie game, setting a new record at the time. Yet, he didn't win MVP. That went to Allen Iverson. But Kobe didn't sulk. He responded hours later by stealing the show in the dunk contest. No player that young had ever dominated both events on the same night. Imagine being just out of high school and already outperforming NBA veterans. Can you even picture the nerves? Would you be confident enough to compete at that level? What makes this record so special is that it marked the beginning of a legend. Before championships, before the Mamba mentality, there was this night. It was the moment Kobe introduced himself to the world in unforgettable fashion. The dunk that shocked the world. When people talk about great dunks, one always rises above the rest. Kobe Bryant's between the legs windmill jam.
The other two, then they'll do it one more time. Oh, between the legs, Kobe Bryant!
Look at him, check him out, check him out.
This wasn't just flashy, it was pure skill. In the final round of the 1997 Slam Dunk Contest, Kobe soared from left to right, passed the ball between his legs, and slammed it home with a one-handed windmill finish. The crowd exploded. The judges gave him a near-perfect score of 49 out of 50.
Oh, yeah. 49 out of 50 for Kobe Bryant. Now remember, it's the best score out of 2.
And Kobe didn't stop there. Right after the dunk, he walked over to the All-Star bench, flexed his arms like a bodybuilder, and struck a confident pose. That moment was more than just a celebration. It was statement-making charisma from a young kid. Do you remember the first time you made a big impression, or the moment you knew you belonged? That dunk wasn't just a highlight, it was a declaration. Kobe didn't come to play. He came to own the stage. Years later, this one slam still stands as one of the most iconic moments in dunk contest history, not just because of the move, but because of who did it and when. Here's the truth. Kobe's record as the youngest slam dunk contest winner will never be broken. Not because others won't try, but because today's rules make it nearly impossible. The NBA now requires players to be at least 1 year removed from high school, making 18-year-old NBA rookies almost non-existent. Back in 1997, Kobe was able to enter the league straight from high school. That path has since closed, making his feat untouchable by modern players. Even if another player somehow entered the NBA at 18, think of the pressure. Competing on that stage in front of millions and pulling off an elite dunk to beat seasoned professionals. That's a stretch most young athletes simply aren't prepared for. Kobe didn't just win, he earned every point. He beat pros like Chris Carr and Michael Finley, who had years more experience. That's what makes this record legendary. It wasn't just rare, it was one of a kind. And thanks to the league's changes, it'll likely stay that way forever. Here's something that sets Kobe apart. He knew how to turn setbacks into strength. Earlier that day, in the rookie All-Star game, Kobe dropped a then-record 31 points, along with 8 rebounds, yet lost the MVP award to Allen Iverson. That could have stung. But instead of sulking, Kobe used it as motivation to dominate the dunk contest just hours later. He said it himself. "I was psyched for the dunk contest as it was, but not being MVP brought me up a little bit more."
Did that psych you up even more for this?
Sure. I mean, you want to win as much as you can. Coming in, in the NBA dunk contest, I was psyched up as it is. So, it just pumped me up a little bit more.
That's the mindset of a future legend, taking every no and turning it into a louder Yes. Have you ever been passed over for something you felt you earned? Did it drive you to do better or hold you back? Kobe chose better, and that drive showed. From his first dunk, a smooth reverse, to the final showstopper, his energy never dipped. He didn't just want to win, he wanted to leave no doubt. That's what made Kobe different. Not just the skill, but the mindset. Always moving forward, always chasing the next goal. Please smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. Don't miss what's coming next. Kobe wasn't just a teenager in the contest, he was the only rookie to make it to the final round. Let that sink in. Among seasoned players like Chris Carr and Michael Finley, Kobe stood out with raw energy, creativity, and confidence that belied his age. Finley attempted a cartwheel dunk that missed. Carr had solid dunks but couldn't break a score of 45. Meanwhile, Kobe kept getting better with each attempt. His dunks were sharp, bold, and crowd-pleasing, and by the time he reached the finals, the fans were chanting his name. How often do rookies outshine veterans on such a big stage? And at 18, would you have had the guts to compete against men nearly twice your age? To top it all off, Kobe's prom date, pop star Brandy, was in the stands cheering him on. Just a year before, he'd been dunking at high school events. Now, he was NBA royalty for the night. Behind Kobe's big night was a foundation of support and discipline. He wasn't just a freak athlete, he was raised for moments like this. His dad, Joe Jellybean Bryant, was a former NBA player. From the start, Kobe had guidance rooted in wisdom. His father's words, "If you miss, don't worry, we love you anyway." That gave Kobe the freedom to take risks without fear. That mindset fueled his growth. Just 3 years earlier, he'd barely dunked for the first time. Now, he was flying high on the biggest stage. Kobe didn't get here overnight. It came from hours of work, studying the game, and learning from those who came before. During that weekend, he didn't just perform, he absorbed. He talked to legends like Earl the Pearl Monroe, who told him, "Keep working hard and good things will come." Do you surround yourself with mentors? Are you open to learning even when you're already on top? Kobe always was. That's why he didn't just shine for a night. He grew into a player who defined a generation. By the end of All-Star Saturday in 1997, Kobe Bryant had done what no one else ever had, or likely ever will. He walked away as the youngest slam dunk champion in NBA history, having already broken the rookie game scoring record hours earlier. This was no fluke. This was the launch of a career that would become legendary. That one night captured everything we'd come to love about Kobe: creativity, fearlessness, and the will to win. The dunk contest wasn't just about athleticism, it was about making a statement. And Kobe did, with every step, every dunk, every flex. Can you think of a single player today who could recreate that night under those same conditions? Does anyone have the perfect mix of age, opportunity, and sheer confidence? Kobe Bryant's 1997 slam dunk win wasn't just a record, it was a defining moment that no one can ever replicate. He didn't just leap over competitors, he soared past expectations. Built on fearlessness, drive, and heart, Kobe's performance became an untouchable legend. Think anyone else could? Not a chance. Smash that like, drop a comment, and subscribe, because stories like this deserve to live forever, just like the Mamba's legacy.